Oh, yeah. Welcome to another edition of No Pump Fake Sports. I'm your host, Passport T. Let's talk a little Clippers basketball. What I want to talk about today is, do you guys think it's time for the Clippers to make some minor adjustments to their lineup? I actually think it is. And the reason I think this is because of Eric Bledsoe. Eric is in a slump right now. For whatever reason, things are not clicking for him on the offensive side of the court. He's still playing defense, pretty good. He's freakishly athletic. On the defensive side, he'll cut the passing lane. He'll chase a guy down to the rim, block it off the glass. He still plays defense at a high level. But for whatever reason, on the offensive side of the court, he's not doing well right now. He's in a slump. If any of you guys ever play baseball, when you fall into that slump, you just don't know why. You're like, man, every time I go up to bat, man, I'm not making contact. But it's just one of those things that you go through in baseball. And you just have to keep going to the plate, keep hacking at it, and sooner or later, you'll come out of that funk. It's the same thing with Eric right now. He has to not let it get to his head. On his off days, get in the gym, shoot that rock, just keep practicing that jump shot. Because if you look at the way Eric Bledsoe shoots the ball, he has a really sweet stroke. They just not falling right now. Throughout his career, he hasn't been a great three-point shooter, but, anything inside of the three-point line, he has the ability to hit it without question. I don't question him at all right now. But I think at this particular, point, he's in a slump right now, like a baseball player. So I think the Clippers, man, I was just thinking about it last night, and I think the Clippers should make an adjustment right now. And I'm not saying get rid of Eric, altogether. No, I had something in my head I was just thinking about, because right now, Eric and Reggie Jackson are the starting guards for the Clippers. Basically, Reggie is your scorer. Bled plays defense at a high level. He can facilitate. He know how to attack the basket. And, this is how they operate on the court together. But by him being in a slump, I would replace him right now with Terrence Mann in the starting lineup. And the reason being is because Terrence Mann actually brings the same thing on the defensive side of the court that Bled, does. But on the offensive side, Terrence is a little bit better scorer right now than Eric Bledsoe. So what does that do? That give you an ultra talented guy in scoring the ball in Reggie Jackson. That give you a guy that's decent scoring it, and he's very good on the defensive side of the ball in Terrence Mann. So you don't lose anything right there. Now, as far as that second unit, what you do is you bring Eric Bledsoe off the bench to replace Reggie Jackson, because he can facilitate, better than Reggie. He attacks the basket, like I said, better than Reggie. He plays defense better than Reggie. And then you replace Terrence Mann with a guy like Brandon Boston Jr. Because what happens? Now Brandon is filling the role of basically Reggie, because Brandon is a walking bucket. We know this. He can score it at a very high level. His defense is not great like Terrence Mann, but remember, you put Eric Bledsoe on the court, and Eric has that high level defense. So Eric will attack the basket. When nothing's there, he can kick it to Brandon. Brandon can stroke it. He's a walking bucket. He got the mid-range. He got the three-point shot. I like his game all around. On the defensive side, yeah, it's going to come with time. I'm not telling you Brandon Boston Jr.'s defense sucks. No, I'm just saying he's not at that level of Terrence Mann right now, but maybe in a year or two, he'll be at that level. But what we do know about him, this kid can stroke it. And you're not losing anything. You just making adjustments to where you putting Eric in and you putting Terrence in. That's the adjustment. And then you filling in with Brandon Boston Jr. to replace Terrence Mann when he comes out the lineup. I think this would be perfect. My problem is is I don't believe the Clippers have that 100% trust in the kid. I don't think Ty Lue is just like, okay, he's ready to go right now. But, that age thing is very tricky because sometimes in life you run across players and they ready to go day one, even though they're very young. We saw it in Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was never a bench player. Kevin came in ready to go from the gate. Kobe Bryant came in the league. He could score it. No, he wasn't as ready as Kevin Garnett, but that second year that he came in, remember, he was about the same age as Brandon Boston Jr. is now in Kobe's second year. No, don't kill me in the comments. I'm not trying to compare Brandon Boston Jr. to Kobe Bryant. No, or Kevin Garnett. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is sometimes ball players are just ready to go day one. And I believe this kid can stroke it with the best of them. I think he's ready to go on the offensive side of the court. He's not a slouch on defense, so he can man that second unit. Remember, he'll be going against other teams' second unit, and he can handle that on the defensive side. His offensive game is a starting lineup game. This kid can really stroke it, man. So, yeah, I was just thinking about that, and I think the Clippers should make an adjustment until Eric Bledsoe comes out of this slump, comes out of this funk, regains his confidence, and he's ready to go again. But right now, he's turning the ball over a lot. He's shooting 13% from the three-point line, and his field goal percentage is down. And it's kind of costing the Clippers a little bit. Like I said, I like Bledsoe. I'm not pointing the finger at him. I'm only saying he's in a slump right now. But I think they can correct this a little bit with making this adjustment that I'm, suggesting. And I think they can come out of this, and run off a few wins. But yeah, man, I just wanted to point that out and get you guys' take on this. Tell me what you think. Do you think this would be a good lineup to put Terrence Mann in the starting spot for Bledsoe? Bring Bledsoe off the bench for Reggie Jackson when he needs a blow, and bring Brandon Boston Jr. off the bench when Terrence Mann needs a blow. Yeah, I want to hear you guys' thoughts, man. Tell me what you think. Yeah, I'm your host, Passport T. This has been another edition of No Pump Fake Sports. You guys hit that like button. Please share the video. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can get all the notifications whenever I drop a video. Man, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.